Well, welcome once again to the Ahern video podcast. Today I want to talk a little bit about the economy. I'm getting telephone calls on a daily basis, emails and letters from our clients and Ahern advisory readers saying, is the economy really as robust as we read in the papers? Is the economy really continuing to grow? Is the stock market as robust as we think it is? And my answer is, don't judge a book by its cover. As analysts, we continue to look at the market conditions. We continue to look at the unemployment rates. We continue to look at the layoffs. And it's I think March was the first time that we were flat. That tells you something. If you look at March, we had a tremendous amount of layoffs or cutbacks. If you read the paper, there's this company's laying off 6,000 people. This one's cutting 2,000 people. This one is consolidating their stores. Sears is a fine example, closing stores here and there. And yet, right after that, in order to keep the public safety, they say that we have the lowest unemployment rate we've ever had. Well, you need to look at this. We have the highest deficit we've ever had. We went through the second Great Depression in 2007 and 8. Now we've got record auto sales and record truck sales. What does that mean? Record debt. As individuals, we're creating a lot of debt. We don't have any money in the bank. We don't have a retirement account, but we're creating debt. In the trucking industry, today a new truck is $135,000. A shipper says, I want technology. The Department of Transportation, FMCSA, says you need to be safer. You need better fuel utilization. You need this, you need that. You need to quit polluting the air. You need this. Okay, well, good. Can I go and get some money from the bank? Sure. Small businesses, we're really aggressive towards small businesses. Well, define your terms of aggressiveness. If you're a trucking company and you're a small 1 to 99 trucks, good luck on trying to get 15 or 20 trucks financed with your lender. Good luck. You keep reading the statistics, how many trucking companies are going out of business. You keep reading the statistics about the hours of service and what you have to understand is, look, people are making decisions that have no clue about our industry. Best example, did you see the recent survey of what's happened to accidents since we changed the hours of service and restricted the drivers so they couldn't drive at night? Accidents went up. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that when you drive in congested areas instead of alternate times, there's going to be more claims. I didn't think about that. But more importantly, think about this. What is a politician? A politician is nothing more than a plumber that has no surgical skills that makes decisions on if you're going to survive or not. It doesn't mean that they don't have good intentions. It doesn't mean that they don't have your best interest in heart, but they don't understand. Trucking is the most misunderstood industry in the country. So is the economy where it needs to be? No. I give all kinds of reasons. The oil industry, it's plummeting. It is. Okay. We had a bad winter. We did. We had a bad winter last year. Well, what's going to happen in April? What's going to happen in May? What's going to happen in June? What's the excuse going to be? And what I'm telling you, as I say in each of my newsletters and in each of my podcasts, you need to plan your expenses to your profits. You need to get as lean as possible. You need to maximize every single dispatch to make sure that you get a profit. When a shipper doesn't pay you on time, that is not a client. That is a person that's taking advantage of you. When a shipper asks for major concessions because they know they have you by the proverbial, that's not a client. It's someone taking advantage of you. There is no truck capacity, and by that I should define that there is no driver capacity. You see all the statements from the ATA, 35 to 40,000 drivers, the next 10 to 15 years, 200,000 drivers, then all of a sudden, don't worry about the driver shortage. Technology is going to replace it all. Well, technology may replace a lot of it. We will have at some point in time, not in my lifetime, we will have trucks that drive down the road with robots. Maybe the robot's not sitting in a truck, but it's technology. What about those positions that are now no longer there? What are those people going to do? Do you ever think of the reason why we have such a high unemployment? It isn't 5.7%. Some analysts say it's as high as 16% because a lot of people quit looking for a job. They gave up. Or they can only get a part-time job, therefore they don't get counted anymore. Well, it's all about education. We have to educate people that trucking is one of the safest industries in the country. We have to educate people that, we have to educate the politicians that, look, you keep pushing for technology and then you say it's the rich people's fault. It isn't the rich people's fault, it's your fault. You haven't created any jobs, job training to replace those jobs. If you're a baby boomer and you've been in a specific job and all of a sudden that job is eliminated, that company's eliminated, and you now need to embrace technology that you've never had training for, why isn't there something there to help that person? Because they're smart, they're creative, but they don't have the experience. And until you address those problems, the economy is going to continue to be challenged, debt is going to continue to increase, consolidation is going to continue to take over, and the big are going to get bigger and the little guy's not going to survive. Until next time, thank you for attending the podcast.